Hi and welcome to episode 69 of China Tools, a series of videos where we put woodworking tools from China to a test. My name is Dennis and I am hooked on wood. In this video we're going to look at several different products that could be interesting to your workshop. A router lift, a slab flattening jig, a box joint jig, and I will highlight some other products as well. And what they all have in common is that they look pretty cool and are very affordable. But besides price, the most important question is the quality good enough to actually use them as tools in a workshop? So let's dive a little deeper into these products and try to answer that question. And I want to start with this flattening jig because not all the tools I will show you today are good enough, but this one is amazing. This is a flattening jig with a large capacity, which makes it ideal for flattening slabs. And it comes well packed and feels sturdy, although at first I had to get used to the plastic parts. And we also know this from brands like Craig, and plastic does not automatically mean that a product is bad. And after using this jig, I would place it in that same category. It feels solid enough and capable of handling the work it is designed for. And the plastic actually has a function because the slightly flexible proportions are used to clamp the base around the rails. And this is not a self-supporting frame like the flattening jig I tested in episode 58, but that one is smaller and is more suitable for cutting boards. So with this system you need to attach the frame to your workbench or to a separate board. And here I'm using a leftover piece for my review of the True Grit dog hole system, but you can see that dog holes in combination with these bench dog connectors make it very easy to secure this jig to your workbench. Setting up the system is fairly simple, but for repeated use I would probably mount it permanently to a separate board and store it that way. And the height of the crossbar is a bit over 40 mm, so the workpiece has to stay below that height. And there's no height adjustment built into the system itself, so the router has to bridge the height differences. But because the combination of the router, adapter plate and carriage is quite thick, my flattening bit does not extend very far below the crossbars. And I think a router bit with a slightly longer shaft gives you a bit more working range. And there's an adapter ring that makes it possible to connect many routers quite easily. And to bring the workpiece to the correct height, you need to use spacers. And because MDF is available in different thicknesses and is also very affordable, I think MDF is the ideal material to use for this. And once everything is set up correctly and you add a little bit of grease to the guides, the whole system slides very smoothly. And I'm quite impressed by how smooth and sturdy the whole system is. The crossbars are very strong and stiff, and it actually takes quite some effort to get any flex in them. And the system may not offer a lot of luxury, but as a basic system for flattening workpieces, it works perfectly. Much smoother than you would probably expect at this price point. And of course, this is not a high-end system, but it also does not have a high-end price. And it still works very well. And when you order it from the China warehouse, it costs under 130 euros, which is an amazing price for what this system delivers. But when you are able to get it from the European warehouse, during this sales week it costs only 65 euros. And for that price I would not hesitate to get one of these. And this is my scoring card. I usually don't focus too much on discount prices, except during events like Double 11, when the deals can actually be worth it. So when Banggood asked me to take a look at the Hobby Weeks, I first checked whether the discounts were really interesting. And especially for European customers, I have to say some of these prices are seriously good. Let me show you a few examples. This coping sled is now available in the EU for 76 euros. And that's not only an incredible price for this product, but also substantially lower than when I reviewed it. And this doweling jig, which I think is one of the best doweling jigs for cabinet making, is now available in the EU for 58 euros. And during my review it was $82. And what about this small router table? When I reviewed it, the price was 270 euros, which was already fair because this is actually a high quality router table for a handheld router. But now, in the EU warehouse, it is only 170 euros, although the stock seems to be limited. So it may really be worth checking my website to see which product scored well, and then use the links to check the current prices, because there are some really amazing deals available right now. Next is this router lift, and I have tested quite a few over the years, and I consider it an essential tool in your shop. And the first impression is good. It has what appears to be a solid brushed aluminum top plate, and the weight is not even that much lower than my Inca router lift. And what mainly stands out when I place it next to the Inca lift is a different guide system. And although I personally prefer the guides on the Inca, I also have to say that the construction feels very stable. There's no noticeable flex and no torsion, so my first impression is that these guides are strong enough for the job they need to do. Luckily it has the same size as my Inca lift, and with a few modifications I was able to easily swap it into my router table. So let's start with the positives. I really like the way this lift is secured into the workbench or router table. It creates a very stable connection with the table, and I actually think this is a better construction than the way my Inca handles this. It also has 8 adjustment screws to level the lift flush with the router table. And on my unit, these adjustment screws were installed the wrong way around. The idea is that you should be able to level the router lift from above the workbench. The top plate is reasonably flat. It comes with this dust cap, and that is especially effective when you use a copy bit or when I use my coping slab. And you can also order it with an adapter ring, so you can also use it with your smaller handheld router, for example. And the locking mechanism works easily and quickly, so when you have good access to the underside of the table, it is possible to add and remove it relatively quickly. But there are also a few things I do not really like. The inserts look good, but they do not lock in a very satisfying way. They are secured and they do not come loose, but you do not really feel them lock into place. And also a bit of a shame that the logo is not straight when the insert is fully tightened. And the tool to tighten the insert may look impressive, but I would rather have seen that money invested somewhere else. Although the lift itself moves up and down reasonably smoothly, the crank only goes a very small distance into the lifting mechanism. And because of that it feels a bit unstable. And when you turn it quickly, there is a risk that it can come out. The locking mechanism works, but here again you do not really feel it lock. And the travel is very short, and I would have preferred that to be different. And I did use this router lift while walking with the box joint jig, and that worked well. The adjustments are accurate, and to be honest, I think you can work reasonably well with this lift. But there are too many small things that temper my enthusiasm. Even with the current sales event, the price of this lift is still a bit over 230 euros. And I think that is quite high compared to other router lifts I have tested before. From the EU warehouse, the price drops to around 170 euros, which makes it more acceptable. So I will rate it based on that price. But based on what I have tested before, this would not be the router lift I would personally spend my money on. And this is my scoring card. I tested this lift in episode 36 and I've used it myself for more than a year and with a lot of pleasure. This is a fantastic router lift, even for the more demanding user. And during my review it was $240, which already was an incredible price. But if you can order it from the EU warehouse, you can get this lift now for 185 euros. And if you are in the market for a router lift, for under 185 euros I would not look any further. I'm pretty sure you will not get a better lift. So watch episode 36 for a more in-depth review. And in Europe the number of router models that fits this lift is a bit limited. Unfortunately, I still cannot find a decent router on Banggood. But I can highly recommend this Outtool router model, which I have used myself for a few years. And in combination with this lift, you get a high-end router lift and router motor setup for an incredible price. And if you're looking for a smaller lift for your handheld router, then this enjoyable lift for €116 is a no-brainer. Believe me, this is an incredible cool and high quality lift for your handheld router. Highly recommended. The next product is this box joint jig, and it basically consists of two parts, the box joint jig itself and this platform. And I mentioned them separately on purpose because I can still get quite enthusiastic about the jig, but a little less about the platform. It is made from not very dense MDF, and because of the different slots it does not feel extremely solid. Technically it's strong enough because it lies flat on your router table, so not much can happen. But it does not have the same quality feel as the jig itself. The box joint jig looks good and comes with 3 inserts that determine the width of the slots you want to cut. And it is important to use a router bit that matches the size of these inserts. So pay close attention whether you need a metric or the imperial version. The manual is clear and explains the process well. And if you follow it, making a box joint is actually quite simple. You set the height of the router bit to the combined thickness of your workpiece and the platform. And then you select the correct insert and slide the platform until the distance between the router bit and the insert matches the insert thickness. And that's basically it. Unfortunately, I found out too late that the platform was slightly too thin. And because of that, the jig protruded a little underneath and damaged my router lift. And after I mentioned this, they changed the design by raising the slot where the jig slides with an extra plate. So if you order this product, you should receive the updated version. The jig costs €65 from the China warehouse and €56 from the EU warehouse. But note that the EU warehouse currently only has the imperial version in stock. This is clearly a hobby jig, and it's mainly suitable for smaller boxes. If the boxes become too large, the jig is simply too small. But if that fits your use and you want a simple way to make box joints, then this jig is definitely a jig worth considering. And this is my scoring card. Well, it was already the end of this video. I hope you liked it. Let me know in the comments. This time the products were unfortunately not all of the 5-star level, but at least you know what you get. Don't forget to look at my site for a ranking of all the products I have tested and to see if the prices have become so interesting that they are hard to ignore. Happy shopping and well, we see each other next time.